Friday, and you know the vibes. We're spilling the tea on the hottest movies that are about to light up the big screen. Let's talk blockbuster buzz. GMT. It starts right now.
Live, this is Good Morning Texas.
Good morning, Texas. Happy Friday, you guys. We made it to the weekend. I'm Erin Hunter. We have got a packed show for you, as always, right? So if you're looking for a new show or a movie to watch, we're giving you the top streaming picks. Plus, a new farmers market is opening up at Fair Park. They're supplying local and freshly grown products to the community, and we have so much more to come your way. So make sure you stay tuned. We have great things coming. Let's pop over to the Weather Center, see what's going on outside as we make our weekend plans. Good morning, Greg.
Hey, good morning to you, Erin. Good morning, everyone. Yes, the weekend, it's going to be a warm one across North Texas. Started out kind of cool-ish this morning, but those temperatures bouncing back nicely here this afternoon. Lots of sunny skies out there, too. We can expect as we go through the rest of today. As we're looking at the UNT campus one more time, already back up to 58 degrees out there right now. Wind has been calm all morning to very light is what we're going to be dealing with. So not much in the way of wind, unlike what we saw earlier in the week there. So a good-looking morning taking you out to UNT. Coming back on the other end of the Metroplex, Dallas Baptist University, already back into the low 60s with the calm winds there as well. So a good looking morning, and we'll continue to see these temperatures climbing. Started out in the 40s, even some upper 30s in a few spots this morning. But Weatherford, you're back up to 59 right now, 58 heading out to Pilot Point. And look at all the low 60s heading over to Terrell, Kaufman, Lancaster, and DeSoto, all at 62. So the temperatures will keep climbing as we go through the day. We are headed for the upper 70s, likely close to 80 degrees in many locations here for today along the Red River down to Fort Worth. You could hit 80 along with Waxahachie, heading out toward Terrell and Canton, already on your way to that 79, 80 degrees or so as we head over to Terrell. So yes, it will be a very warm end to the week. What about the weekend? Here's a look at that as we head into tomorrow, even warmer. We'll have some brisk south winds tomorrow in that 10 to 20 mile per hour range, but very spring-like with the temperatures. 84 on Saturday. Very low chance up along the Red River for a shower late Saturday, heading into Sunday, maybe a shower, a thunderstorm, but the coverage is going to be very low, not enough to put a real damper on your weekend, I don't think. So mainly dry right through Sunday as we are looking at those highs in the lower 80s again on Sunday. Now, we will have some much better rain chances as we get into next week. So we'll talk more about that a little bit later in the show. But now, Erin, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Greg, for keeping us up to date. It is my favorite time of morning. It is time to spill some GMT. And if you ain't got the tea, you must not be watching me. So let's spill it this morning. It is New Movie Friday, and we're giving you an early look at The Bride, set in 1930 Chicago. Groundbreaking scientist Dr. Euphronius brings a murdered young woman back to life to be a companion for Frankenstein's monster. What happens next is beyond what either of them ever could have imagined, but everyone gets wrapped up in the story of Frankenstein and his bride. But this movie, it also touches on a lot of female tropes. In the 1930s, women are dismissed and minimized and used for their bodies, and we see the bride fight through those hurdles with her monster by her side. There are also ties to our current society and how women are treated. So it's quite a prolific watch. I got to see it last week early, and it is quite amazing. If you haven't already, add it to your must-watch list. I got to speak with Christian Bale, who played Frankenstein's monster, to learn more about how his character navigates the world. Take a look. People often say that villains are born and not made, but in this case, they do feel made, not just because they're revived from the dead, but because they're fighting against society's cruelty. And so do you think that they are a product of their environment, or do you think they're inherently monstrous?
Well, I think certainly with him, it's that he's seen as being inherently monstrous because he's ridiculously misunderstood. And also he has one of the worst fathers in history. Who completely abandons him after creating him. So you have this man-child who knows nothing about the world, doesn't understand his own strength, wants to connect with people, doesn't understand right from wrong, ends up committing some horrendous crimes, but through no malicious intent, just through a terror of being misunderstood and frustration and emotion.
Incredible actor in Christian Bale. It's also directed and produced by Maggie Gyllenhaal. And yes, you know that name. She is the sister of Jake Gyllenhaal, who makes an appearance in this movie as well. But it stars Jessie Buckley, who plays the bride, and she gives a resounding performance alongside Christian Bale. From the clothing to the set design, you can even see right there, the movie is very camp, very punk rock. And joining Buckley and Bale is Oscar winner Penelope Cruz, Hollywood great Annette Bening, and Maggie's husband, actor Peter Sarsgaard. Skarsgård as he right there. The movie drops next Friday, March 6th, so make sure you mark your calendars early, and I'll give you a deeper look into the movie and my conversation with Christian Bale next week before it releases. Now, speaking of movies that are headed our way, Lily Collins is honored and ecstatic after announcing a major role she is set to take on. The Emily in Paris star announced that she will portray Audrey Hepburn in an upcoming movie about the making of Breakfast at Tiffany's. Collins revealed on Instagram that she has been working on this project for nearly a decade, you guys. And the actress shared the news on Instagram, like I said, with her production company tagged Case Study Films, which is developing the movie alongside Imagine Entertainment. So the movie will be based on Sam Wasson's book, Fifth Avenue, 5 a.m., Audrey Hepburn, Breakfast at Tiffany's, and the Dawn of the Modern Woman, which details the making of the 1961 classic. Breakfast at Tiffany's told the story of Hepburn's New York socialite, Holly Golightly, who begins to fall for a man after he moves into her apartment building. However, Holly's lifestyle threatens a potential future between her and her new neighbors. So I'm so glad she has such an obsession with Audrey Hepburn, Lily Collins, because she looks exactly like her. I know she's working on the project behind the scenes, but it is nice to see her also be in front of the camera and portray Audrey, because literally she looks just like her. So the casting is going to be on point for sure for this. Now, also, if you don't have any plans this weekend just yet, Scream 7 is also hitting theaters. So I don't do the horror myself, but if you guys want to go see it, please do let me know your thoughts at Aaron Hunter TV or at WFA GMT. You know we love movies around here, and we're open to discussing and seeing what your thoughts are. Also, when you go see The Bride, we want to know about that as well. All right, now from hot tea to a cool wish granted, every month Sam Pack Auto Group surprises unsuspecting North Texans with a wish come true, and this time the spotlight was on Deborah. Take a look.
Since December the 1st, 2023.
Over 2 years. That's how long it's been since a devastating fire made Deborah McLean's home unlivable.
The house was burnt in one room, the middle room. But when the firemen came, and it escalated, some of the fire escalated into the hallway.
The contractors hired to repair her home left her with more headaches than help.
They told her to email money, and it came up missing. I had to throw away some furniture, and some furniture they kept. I don't know where it was placed at. I don't know what happened to it. The stove, the refrigerator, the cabinets, that was all missing.
Diminished funds due to deceitful contractors left Deborah with few options. That's when her friend Betty stepped in, nominating her for a little wish.
Deborah, your perseverance and positive attitude while dealing with the house fire and difficult contractors is a true testament of your resilience and strength. So your little wish from Sam Pack Auto Group is an appliance package for up to $4,000 to get a dishwasher, a stove range, and a new refrigerator. Hopefully these appliances will help create a functioning kitchen, restore peace of mind, and assist you with having a place to once again call home.
I can do a lot with $4,000. I really can. I can stretch it.
After years of waiting, a light at the end of the tunnel for Deborah to return home.
It feels good. It feels like a load has lifted off of my shoulders. It really feels good.
A special thank you to Sam Pack Auto Group for their generosity. For more Little Wishes stories, go to WFA.com/littlewishes. With the cold weather hopefully behind us, patio weather and spring break are on the horizon. Everyone's itching to hit the road, right? And San Antonio says it's the place to visit this spring. And here to tell us more about the exciting things that are happening in the heart of the Alamo City and a really exciting development on the Riverwalk is Chef Jason Dady of Jason Dady Restaurants. Good morning.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, so glad to have you. I love San Antonio. So let's talk about it. What's happening right now that the DFW folks out here just have have to know?
Listen, I tell everybody from Dallas, it's a 4-hour drive, right? The
Yeah.
heart of Texas. We've got amazing things going on at the Riverwalk, the Alamo, Congo Falls at the zoo. It's a great place to bring your family. Come enjoy a weekend.
Yes, indeed. Okay, but let's talk about the goods of San Antonio, which, I mean, is the Riverwalk, but
Right.
also it's the food. I feel like a lot of people go for the food. So you have something out there that's called Mexico City. So
Yep.
tell me a little bit about that. I like the play on words.
I'm building this very small 25,000 square foot emporium about just showing and sharing our love of Mexico and the food of San Antonio. So it's just a special place down at River Center. You can come join us, enjoy the river, enjoy the best Mexican food you're going to have.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to ask you, what's the play on words when it comes to the title of the restaurant?
Well, so Ceaty, right? C-E-A-T-Y, right?
Yes.
At the end of the day, we know that Mexico City is one of the great food cities of the world, and we just want to continue to share that food of San Antonio and Mexico.
Yes. Okay, so tell me, because you got a few ingredients
Okay.
here today. What are we making?
This is one of my favorite salsas. This is from Veracruz. This is called a salsa macha. So it's a seed-based salsa. We've got some toasted chilies. These are ancho chilies and guajillo chilies. So we're gonna take some of these toasted chilies and just put them right in the blender. What I love about this is it's super easy to make at home. Doesn't take a lot of time or effort.
And did you dry these chilies out yourself, or did they come that way?
Come dried, and we just kind of toast them in the oven. So a couple chilies, a little bit of olive oil here, right? 2 ingredients after that, a little bit of kosher salt, depending on your salt level.
Give it a little sprinkle.
And then this is a little bit of tomato bouillon.
Oh, okay,
this
easy.
This is the secret.
The goods.
The secret,
That's where
right?
the seasoning and the flavor is.
Let's blend that up real quick.
Very good. I feel like I'm in the kitchen. And look at that color, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
What I love about this is we can take this right into a mixing bowl. Okay.
Dump. Oh, wow.
Right, see how it's
The
got
color
that
is
beautiful
amazing.
color? Now what we do is we take some toasted seeds, right? So we've got some toasted sesame seeds here. I like quite a bit. This a little bit of toasted pumpkin seed and a little bit of peanuts. We've already seasoned it with salt.
Yep.
Stir
Give
this
her a
up.
little toss.
Right, and see how the kind of the fat of that kind of soaks it all up, so it kind of thickens it up.
Oh, this looks good.
This right here on a piece of grilled fish, some grilled shrimp, something like that.
Incredible.
A steak, amazing. It's not going to be too spicy, but it has that chili, right? So you get that just, and you can smell it. I mean, it's just reverberating that smell.
I say all the time, I wish we had smell-o-vision for you guys so you could really grasp it. Okay, I want to taste it, but as I do, can you tell me a little bit, because I heard there's some beautiful views as well from the restaurant.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are right in the heart of the Riverwalk. I mean, it's just staring down the barrel of the beautiful Riverwalk. You can get more information at visitsanantonio.com. Like I said, bring the family down. Spring break is a perfect time to visit San Antonio. The weather's going to be amazing. There's so much to do.
Oh my gosh, can I just say?
It's amazing, right?
Gosh, that's good. I want a second one so bad. Oh my goodness. But you guys do so many other different things. Tell me, how do you guys curate the menu?
Really, the food that I'm doing is kind of exposing and celebrating the foods of all over Mexico. Everything from Oaxaca to Mexico City to Veracruz to the Yucatan, Guadalajara, Monterrey, the Baja, a little bit of everything. And the foods of Mexico are so diverse, so you get a little bit of everything.
Nice. Do you have a favorite on the menu that maybe we can look out for?
I love the salsa macha. That's why I wanted to bring it today. But I love like the raw seafood dishes. So whether that's ceviche, campanchana, tuna tostadas from Mexico City, and we'll have over 12 different salsas. I mean, even the salsas themselves are very
incredible. My goodness. And like you said, this is great on top of seafood as well. Chef, thank you so much for being here this morning. Tell me where we can find out more.
Visit sanantonio.com or jasondady.com.
There we go. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. It's time to start planning your spring break getaway to San Antonio. If you're ready for good food and great vibes, go to San Antonio. Visit sanantonio.com for so much more information. Still ahead on today's show, from a hot and steamy love affair on Bridgerton to a fan favorite revival, we're breaking down the best shows to stream this spring. And next on the show, Elsa and Anna take the GMT stage to sing some of your favorites from Disney's Frozen the Musical. Keep it here. You don't want to miss that. We're back in just 2 minutes.
Tonight, imagine me gown and all, fetchingly draped against the wall, the picture of sophisticated grace. I suddenly see him standing there, a beautiful stranger, tall and fair. I wanna stuff some chocolate in my face, but then we laugh and talk all evening, which is totally bizarre. Nothing like this life I've led so far. For the first time in forever, there'll be magic, there'll be fun. For the first time in forever, I could be noticed by someone. And I know that it's totally crazy to dream I'd find romance, but for the first time in forever, for the first time in forever, nothing's in my way.
My power flurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around. And one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go, and I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, that perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Absolutely incredible. It may be unusually warm outside this winter, but inside Family Music Theater, the kingdom of Arendelle is frozen over. Join Anna and Elsa as they navigate fear, love, and the power of embracing who you are in this Disney classic. And Paige Schick plays Anna, and Franny Sadler is Elsa. And they both join me this morning with a special preview ahead of opening night tonight. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh my goodness, so glad to have you guys. So, what a magical performance. First, let me just say, I was just telling them that the Disney voice is so distinct and you guys just nail it. So tell me, Paige, you play Anna. What is it like leaning into a character, such as her?
Anna's just this iconic character. She's so beloved. And so she has this eternal optimism that is just so refreshing, especially, you know, I'm a teacher and it's just wonderful to be able to speak to my students about believing in other people, and which is what Anna does. She sees the best in every person that she ever meets, and it's just so amazing to be able to step into these shoes and just have fun with such an iconic role.
It sounds like you've taken and learned a couple of things from Anna as well yourself.
Absolutely, yes. Always look on the bright side of life. That's what I'm trying to adapt to myself.
Very good. Okay, Franny, let's talk about it. What is it like stepping into the Snow Queen's shoes? I mean, it's an iconic role for sure.
Yeah, I mean, talk about iconic. Elsa's sort of the princess. She's got the dress. She sings the song. You know, every little girl has their Elsa night dress, and if not that, like a million other things. And so I still kind of can't quite believe it, but it's been so fun and such a challenge, and you know, just getting to sing Let It Go every night is like such a gift. So I'm just so happy to be able to do it.
And the pipes to be able to do it. I mean, my gosh. Literally at the end, I was like, can she go higher? And then you did. And I was like, okay, this is going to be a good show for sure. So tell me, is the stage production different from the movie? And if so, how so?
Yeah, it is different. It's a really, really well done adaptation. It's a beautiful adaptation of the movie. You have all of the parts of the film that you know and love. You have the characters that you know and love, but they built in a few more songs. So we have a really fun number called Higa, which is when they're at Oaken's, you know, sauna and trading post. It's a really, really fun one. You have to come see it. But the biggest thing is that they really build out Elsa's character a lot. So in the movie, you know, she kind of has her one song. She kind of goes away. She's mildly distressed. In the musical, she has a lot more songs. They really build her background more. You see why she's so upset with things, and she's like a lot more emotional and all over the place. And so it's really fun. It's just a bigger character character than we get in the film.
We get to see more of her, it sounds like,
Yeah.
which I think is what all the kids are kind of yearning for anyway. We want to know more and more. Do you guys have a favorite scene in the show?
I will say my favorite scene is probably whenever we're introduced to Olaf, played by Deshaun Thomas. He is phenomenal. The second he comes out, his little laughter, just everything about him, it's Olaf. You're gonna walk away when you see it saying, yep, that's the guy from the movie, absolutely. He's phenomenal.
Do you guys feel like you're almost transported when you're on stage, like you're really in Arendelle? What's the feeling like when you're performing?
Yeah, absolutely. Our set is spectacular. Our lighting crew is spectacular. When you're on stage and there's like snow falling around you, it's impossible not to feel like you're there in the snowstorm. And we have these wonderful dancers as well who are our ice dancers, and they work so hard and they're so beautiful, but they really bring the snowstorm to life. It's just really magical. I can't wait for everybody to come and see it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, can I ask, because you know you're gonna have children in the audience, is it an interactive situation? Can they sing along with you? Tell me more about that.
So there is an opportunity at concessions before the show to buy these magical wands. And so during Let It Go, the children will be able to light the wands and be the magic from Elsa.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's gonna be fun indeed too. Anything else we should know about the production? Maybe some Easter eggs that we can keep our eye out for?
Yeah, there's a couple of Frozen 2 references that are built into the show. So if you're a big Frozen fan, you can look out for those. But we also, as Paige mentioned, we have our beautiful Olaf puppet, but we also have a life-size reindeer puppet for Sven.
So cool.
It's incredible. So please come and see that. Like, it's amazing. It really is.
It sounds like you guys went all out on the set design for sure, and all the props. My gosh. Okay, so how do you guys go about, and this is my last question for you because I could keep asking you things all day. Oh my goodness. But how do you guys go into preparation before you go out on stage? Those last 20 minutes before things get started, you'll feel that tonight because it's opening night. What do you do in those last 20 minutes?
I think for me at least, I know definitely some last minute vocal warm-ups, you know, lip trills, etc. And then just making sure that we're with our family and getting together and just ensuring that we're gonna have a smooth show and everybody's doing the best that they can and just having a wonderful time together.
You're gonna put on a beautiful show. You can just tell how passionate you guys are about it. Thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with us. How can we get tickets?
FamilyMusicTheater.com, or you can follow Family Music Theater on Instagram, Facebook. You can buy tickets online. You can buy them at the door. We would recommend buying them online before you come. It's a very, accessible price point. We want everyone to come. Please come and wear your Elsa and Anna princess dresses, little ones. Join in the fun, and we'll see you after the show for a little meet and greet picture moment.
Fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, and they get to meet you guys. This is gonna be good. All right. Well, if you don't have weekend plans, here they are. Disney's Frozen, the musical by Family Music Theater, is on stage tonight through March 14th. So you have some time if you can't go this weekend. They're gonna be here at New Vita Center in Dallas. Tickets are available online at FamilyMusicTheater.com. All right, Greg, let's talk about it. It looks like Elsa's ice powers are maybe taking the weekend off. Things are not cooling down.
Yeah, nothing frozen out there this weekend at all. Above normal temperatures, feeling more like spring for the weekend. Storm chances next week, so we'll take one more look at your forecast when GMT continues after this.
Live, this is Good Morning Texas.
If you do not have weekend plans, make some. It is going to be beautiful. The sun is going to be out. It is going to be warm. You won't even have to wear a jacket. I'm excited.
Okay, I'm glad you're excited. Yeah, I'm just excited. It's the weekend. It is the weekend, almost there. And yeah, we are looking at some sunny skies, very warm temperatures out there. Good looking into the week as well. Started out a little bit cool this morning. If you're traveling, though, heading out of town, perhaps for the weekend, not going to have any weather-related issues. 63 degrees, taking you out to DFW one more time, as we've been talking about. We had some very windy conditions earlier in the week. Winds will be very light to calm out there for you as we go through the day today. 64, we're back up to heading over to Love Field. So lots of sunshine to go around as we go through the day today. Temperatures warming up quickly, 79 or so for that high this afternoon. So yes, it will be quite warm, even warmer as we head into the weekend. Now we are looking at some rain chances though down the road as we get into next week. We'll settle into an unsettled weather pattern for us as we're looking at those temperatures that will stay on the warm side for us, but those rain chances are going to be back with us as we get into the weekend as well there. Well, my map won't move there, but yeah, trust me, we will see the rain chances, some slight ones as we head on into Election Day there, but we are looking at those rain chances that will increase a little bit more for us as we head on toward the latter half of the week. If I can get that 14-day up for you, we'll talk about that. If we can get that up there for you, we'll talk about the 14-day forecast. We won't be able to have that, Aaron, but trust me, we will have some rain and storm chances coming up as we get into next week. So just stay tuned as we continue to update the forecast through the weekend. All right, back to you.
All right, Greg, we do trust you indeed. And listen, all I'm concerned about is the warm temperatures that we're going to experience this weekend. All right, let's switch gears. It's an international destination known for its 7,000-year history, crystal clear waters, and vibrant culture. Emily Kaufman, the travel mom, shares what awaits you in Malta.
Hello and greetings from the beautiful Westin Dragonara Resort in Malta. This gorgeous property is the ideal location to stay when exploring the dynamic country of Malta. This is my first time visiting here, and it has exceeded my expectations. Located right in the heart of the Mediterranean and rich in history, there are so many immersive experiences to enjoy here. You can go into the capital city of Valletta or explore Medina, one of the oldest cities here. They've got terrific history from World War II and a UNESCO World Heritage Site dating all the way back to prehistoric times. Food and drink are gateways to learning about other cultures, and they've got terrific wines here as well as terrific food. They've got festivals that go on all the time, including a world-famous fireworks festival every April, and they're introducing a new nonstop flight on Delta Airlines from JFK directly to Malta starting in June. The best place to start planning and booking your visit to Malta is Expedia. They're the one-stop shop that can help you bundle together and get the most bang for your travel buck. I'm Emily Kaufman, the Travel Mom.
And you can find out so much more at thetravelmom.com or follow Emily on social media at thetravelmom. It's a new season, and from hot, steamy love affairs on Bridgerton to familiar faces returning in Scrubs on Hulu, it's the perfect time of year to couch surf while streaming a new favorite show. And Susan Kamiab-Stevens with ThisChixFlix.com joins me with her top picks. Good morning, my girl.
Good morning.
So glad to have you here.
Yeah.
So many good things coming to stream right now. It's kind of hard to pick. So let's start with what happened last night. Bridgerton Season 4 Part 2 dropped.
Yes.
So excited. I felt like I was waiting forever from Part 1 because I binged it. So tell me, what were your thoughts?
Okay, yeah. So I've been obsessed with this Cinderella story Bridgerton season. It's so good. And I think, you know, what makes it is Sophie and Benedict's electrifying chemistry and their yearning looks. I'm just obsessed with their looks. And as we know, Part 1, we left off on Benedict asking Sophie to be his mistress, and I think we all were speechless from that.
Yeah, my heart dropped.
Yeah, for real. But I think what's really beautiful in Part 2 is that it does kind of explain why he asked it, why he's confused. In his opinion, he's giving her the best option. He thinks he's going to give her a better life. He doesn't want anyone else. He's trying to explain, like, this is the only way society will accept us together. But all the while, Sophie struggles with the fact that she doesn't want to repeat what her mother did and accidentally have a child out of wedlock who could have the same fate as her, which has been an awful situation. So it's so great to see that relationship unfold, and, you know, will they, won't they, how they're going to be together. I mean, obviously there's other plot lines going on, like Violet and her lover.
Yes,
and
Marcus. I love Marcus.
Yeah, and of course Fran and John and Michaela. It's really interesting to see all of that unfold. But I find myself constantly wanting to go back to everything revolving around Sophie and Benedict. And the mom, the evil stepmother. She is incredible.
I'm fully believing she's lying. I do think Sophie is in the will. I'm hoping it ends that way, and she will not have to be the mistress at all, but she will in fact be the wife, and she'll be loved in open rooms. All right, you see, I feel very strongly about this show.
Yes, as you should. Yeah.
Let's talk about Scrubs. It's coming back.
Yes, it came back this week. The first 2 episodes, I believe, released. So yeah, it's hard to believe the first season premiered in 2001.
Crazy.
And now it's back with the original cast and some fresh faces. And it picks up as best friends JD and Turk return to Sacred Heart hospital, and they face modern day challenges of the medical field, which that was kind of my thing. I was hesitant for this show to return because I was like, what's the point? But seeing how different things are 25 years later in medicine, it is like comical to see how they're adjusting and the way they are. And it's just, you know, it helps that creator Bill Lawrence is back at it again with his witty team. It is still hilarious. It's like the show didn't even miss a beat. It felt nostalgic.
Really?
I just felt like I was just picking up on the last episode, and it was so good. I was surprised. And I think what's great about Scrubs is, though it is silly, like JD's character will have these like imaginative, silly sequences, but it always has at its core the heart. It'll even make you cry sometimes. Yes.
Okay, I like that. Okay, let's also move on to another medical show that has grown a huge following over the past few years on HBO Max, The Pitt.
Yes, currently in season 2. I don't know who doesn't know this show right now because it is sweeping award season. Noah Wyle is winning Best Actor in every award show, likely to happen at the SAGs this Sunday. Also, the show is winning Drama Series. This is a realistic examination of the healthcare field and as seen through the frontline workers. I think just what makes this show thrilling is it's also a real-time structure written show, so it's really exciting, but they focus on more the human side of medicine, and it just really does an accurate portrayal of the way this goes. Like the cast and crew have shadowed hospitals to get this right.
Interesting. So they have real world experience. Maybe not hands-on necessarily,
no.
but the
they know
knowledge
what they're
is there.
doing. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk Wonder Man, a new Marvel show that's hitting Disney+.
Yes. So it's already out. You can watch all the seasons. It's a mini series, all 8 episodes, about 30 minutes. You know, I'm still a little bloated from Marvel. However, this is a refreshing mini series. I think I just love that it's set in Hollywood, and we're following Simon Williams, who he actually needs to hide his superpowers as he tries to become the newest superhero role in Hollywood, Wonder Man. And I think what really makes this is the chemistry between Simon and Trevor Slattery, who we saw in Iron Man 3 as the Mandarin. They are incredible, and it's just the reason to watch is just their dynamic.
Yes. Okay, can I ask you, which one do you think you're most glued to or will be glued to going into spring?
Oh, Bridgerton. I'm gonna rewatch. I stayed up till 3 a.m. when I watched it, and I'm gonna do it again.
Look, I tried my best. I really did, and I was like, okay, I saw the first episode of part 2, so I was like, okay, I can lean into the conversation.
Good.
But you didn't give away too much.
No.
Tell us where we can find you.
At ThisChixFlix.
There we go. Thanks so much, Susan, for being here.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, it's Financial Literacy Month. We share realistic and simple ways to improve financial stability and build momentum heading into the second quarter of 2026. Plus, an immersive soccer experience is headed to North Texas. We get a preview of the opening of Toca Social's first ever U.S. location. And after the break, we will introduce you to a new farmers market opening at historic Fair Park in Dallas. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. This 4th of July, we will be celebrating our country's 250th anniversary, and no doubt flags will be waving. And in Farmers Branch, our larger-than-life tribute is taking center stage. One massive flag will soar from a 100-foot pole, stretching an impressive 1,800 square feet. Paige is live in Farmers Branch at Galleria Chevrolet to share how this community is celebrating. Hello, Paige.
Hey, good morning from Galleria Chevrolet.
Good morning, Texas!
That's right, good morning, Texas indeed. As you can see, a beautiful flag, a 100-foot pole. It is waving proudly, and I'm excited to introduce you to Alan Brown. Good morning to you.
Yes, welcome.
This is so exciting. Tell me about this flag. What is it that makes it so special?
So it's special because, one, it's at a Chevrolet store, and nothing's more exciting than Chevrolet in America.
You know, you think about that old adage, baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
That's right,
that's
right. And we're looking at a 100-foot flagpole. This is an 1,800 square foot American flag. It's bigger than the house I grew up in.
Wow, that is a really, really big flag. And what I love too is that the whole community got involved. Guys, that is pretty fantastic.
They're all here.
They're all here. We've got dignitaries that are here as well, mayors that are here as well. You wanted this to be a community experience.
That's right. It's more than a flag to us. It's a relaunching of Galleria Chevrolet in our community. And when we think about our community, Farmers Branch, Addison, Dallas, and surrounding areas, we are here to do the right thing, just like this American flag symbolizes.
Well, you know, I was really touched. We have video of the ceremony that you did just moments ago.
Yes, ma'am.
It was really moving. You have a color guard that is here
Yes, ma'am.
that kicked things off. You raised that flag, just seeing its beautiful glory, old glory in its glory. It was exciting to witness as we all stood together and said the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes, ma'am.
What a morning, what a day. And the timing couldn't be better because this 4th of July, we're celebrating our 250th year.
250 years.
Wow. And it seems so appropriate that it is with Chevrolet because there's such an iconic brand, Chevrolet. Tell me more about that tie-in to everything, all things America, and of course, the brand of Chevrolet.
Yeah, so Chevrolet does such a great job with the American patriotism. And that's why I believe an American flag of this size and this scope should be on every Chevrolet store in America, because America and Chevrolet, it's hand in glove.
It is hand in glove. What does this mean for you and also specifically for Galleria Chevrolet?
Well, this is a relaunch. We have a new management team here. We have an attitude of customer service and customer care and building our brand one customer, one relationship at a time, and community involvement. This is the start of many things to come with the community, because when we do things at Galleria Chevrolet, we're going to do it together as a community.
You know, you mentioned something to me, and I think the pun was intended. You said that Chevrolet is part of the fabric of America.
It is.
And as we see the beautiful stripes, the red and white stripes of the flag flying proudly, we definitely get that essence here. It's just, it's moving to experience, and also to experience with such a wonderful group of people that are here to support not only Chevrolet, but just all things red, white, and blue.
Well, thank you, and thank you for being here today.
This has been a lot of fun. So I also want to talk about why you chose to make this a public dedication versus a private dedication.
Well, because this is for the public. When the public is driving by, we become a landmark because you can see the flag. I believe we're one of just a couple of flags this size on the entire stretch of 635. So the public gets a chance to remember the patriotism, the 250 years, the sacrifice that went in to the Stars and Stripes of this scale. And we're just so blessed and proud to do it.
I am blessed and proud to be here. And as you mentioned, such dignitaries, but also we've got the high school band from R.L. Turner.
Let's give them a round of applause.
Let's give them a round of applause. And I'm going to let them, for this special occasion, play their fight song as we end this segment. Thank you, Alan. Thanks for everybody. All right, take it away, R.L. Turner. You were here, but you'll be certain to see this flag waving proudly. Sending it back to you.
Fair Park has served as the grounds of the State Fair of Texas since 1886, but this weekend, the historic fairgrounds will be the host to a new farmers market that will welcome visitors every Sunday until the end of July. So we have Lisette Bell with Good Local Markets, and she is here along with two vendors, Nate Thomas and Bobby Rodriguez, on the end to tell us so much more about this exciting new venture that we can all get in on. Hello, good morning to you all.
Good morning.
So glad to have you here. So this is a really exciting opportunity opportunity for Fair Park, an area that I think is pretty much dormant or overlooked besides when the State Fair of Texas is happening. So what does this farmers market really mean to the residents, especially of South Dallas?
Yeah, I believe it means access for the residents. Like you said, they've been overlooked in the past. Our markets regularly offer SNAP access, and we're currently in the process of getting that for this location. So once we have that, we'll also be offering Double Up Food Bucks, which matches up to $30, whatever you get in SNAP. And then we also have WIC FMMP vouchers, which we also match up to $30 just out of our own funding and donations that we get from our community.
This is incredible, just because of the simple fact, like, you're offering different avenues to be able to acquire these different veggies and fruits, but just let alone the access, like you said, to have something available up the street. You don't have to go far all the way across town just to get what you need to survive throughout the week. So what makes good local markets so special?
Well, it's all fresh and local, and the quality of our vendors is unmatched. So really our vendors. If you get fresh produce from our markets, you know it's going to last longer in your fridge, and you know everything's handmade. The seasonings are handmade, homemade biscuits the morning of the market.
And you guys,
granola.
They smell amazing, the biscuits. I just want to get that in there. One of them is cinnamon, and it is so good. We haven't had breakfast just yet, okay? So I'm ready to dive in. Tell me more, because, I mean, the table is so colorful.
Yes, well, we have sourdough and focaccia right here. And of course, all the fresh greens from Dawson at Jubilant Farms, who met us this morning and brought those in.
Made sure you guys had some fresh ones even for the show this morning. Nate, I'm coming to you because you just mentioned his seasonings, and these seasonings, you're the owner of Sandcastle Seasoning. Let me just get that out there first.
Yes.
But these seasonings, they're made from natural ingredients. Tell me, why dive into the seasoning business in the first place?
Well, I used to work as a chef, and I saw that we had a problem in this country, and that's that people just aren't getting the ancestral knowledge that we're to know how to cook at home. And I wanted to confront that head on. And so we created these products, and the chief thing that we want to have with these is that they're easy to use. You know, you don't have to know anything about the cuisines and the ingredients that I'm offering to know how to use them. You just pop the bottle and go. They're super fresh. We grind almost every ingredient fresh in-house, including dehydrating foods from Texas farmers and our own farm, like with these carrots here. We grew those, and we bring not only ingredients for our products, but also fresh produce to good local markets. We also make really cool, unique ingredients for our products, like with our Firewater here. We make our own Texas Post Oak whiskey. We infuse it with habanero, and then we infuse it into the salt and pepper itself.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is creative.
Exactly.
This is, you're digging deep.
But like I said, you don't have to know all of that stuff that I know. You know, at its heart, this is salt and pepper. So if you know how to use salt and pepper, you know exactly how to use it, but there's so much more flavor there. And believe me, if you get something like that in your kitchen, you're gonna wanna try one of the other 25 blends as well.
And it's healthier, not processed. Okay, I like this. I'm gonna have to take a look at the seasonings when we go on commercial break, because I'm liking what I'm hearing. I'm coming down to you, Bobby. Let's talk about it, because let's be clear. We're talking about the farmer's market, but I do not have a green thumb. And Bobby, that's where you come into play. You help us out. Tell me about Bobby's Best.
So Bobby's Best plant starts. It started kind of in the pandemic when I was growing for my own garden, and I started a bunch of extra plants, and I thought, I wonder if anybody would want to buy some of these. And so I put out a little sign on Facebook, and I sold $400 worth of plants. And you'd have thought I sold $1 million worth of plants. Like, I've got to do this. I'm really passionate about bringing food to my family, my own family, through our garden that's, you know, pesticide free, is chemical fertilizer free. And I know that that's what we want to do, is to inspire other people to be able to grow with that same kind of like high quality food, nutrient dense, high quality food. And so it's kind of one of the reasons why I started Bobby's Best, for sure.
Oh my goodness. As I'm listening to you guys, I'm thinking in my head, yes, I love the fact that this is going to be so close to South Dallas. The proximity is there, but also just in the fact that I think for many people, I think people are going to come from all over for this, because we have such a problem with, like you guys said, chemicals in our foods, things that we don't know that we're ingesting, right? And we should know what's going in our bodies. Let me ask you this, because you limit the vendors to only 150 miles. So tell me, why is that important?
We believe that local farming is really the foundation for our local economy and our local food system. So we want to focus right there where we can make the most impact in our area. And we like to also make sure that we can incubate our vendors and really help them through the process, help them with like knowing how to get certified, how to get the permits.
Perfect. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you guys for being here this morning. And you guys, this starts on March 1st, so mark your calendars for this Sunday. Thank you guys for being here and also eliminating the food disparity in our community. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Wardrobe for our hosts is sponsored by Dillard's at North Park Center.
Such a fun show today, and like I always say, my favorite type of viewer is the viewer who makes it to the end of the show. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We talked about a little bit of everything. I mean, we're talking about fresh fruit and veggies that is coming to you on March 1st, but we also talked blockbuster buzz when it comes to movies and streaming. So if you missed anything from today's show, remember you can always rewatch GMT on your own time on the free-to-download WFA Plus streaming app for your TV. You can also download the app on your phone, but GMT will be streaming at 1 p.m. on Plus and on KFAA Channel 29. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. I'll see you guys later. Have a fabulous weekend and a good morning, Texas. See you next week. See you later.